Nexis Uni is a database that can be used for legal resources, to find criminal justice articles, and also business articles. We are going to go to the library homepage. Notice that we do have chat in the bottom right-hand corner, so if you need help at any time, you can come here to chat with a librarian in real time. We are going to go to Databases, then scroll down, click on Nexis Uni. After logging in with your St. Leo username and password, you will come to the Nexis Uni home screen. While there are many ways we can narrow this down, we are going to do a basic search. I'm going to put in the name of the person that I'm looking for. This will involve using newspapers, legal briefs, and cases. Now at this point, we're just looking at newspaper articles. You'll see underneath the title of the article, the categorization, which is news, the states, the words, the date it was published, the author's email address, and the newspaper that it was published in, which is the Chicago Daily Herald. When we click on the title of the article, this is going to give us the full text of the newspaper article. At the top, we can print it, email it, download it to our computer, save it to Google Drive if you have a Google account. If you are a St. Leo student or professor, you should have access to OneDrive through your St. Leo account. And this piece of paper is for a printer-friendly version, which will get rid of the rows and columns along this article. Going back to our results, we click the back button. While newspaper articles can be primary sources that report on the event when it happened, often your professor asks for peer-reviewed articles. And the problem in Nexis Uni is there's no box to check for peer-reviewed journals. So we have to use some wisdom here to get the articles that we want. Generally, newspapers do not count as peer-reviewed journals. However, if you use the number of peer-reviewed articles that your professor asks for, you can ask your professor for permission to use newspapers in addition to those articles. Now, if we want to get at things that would be considered more scholarly, we do want to look at law reviews and journals. Notice that it's keeping our search term, but it has just changed the type of sources we're reviewing. Law reviews and journals in this category are generally considered at the same academic level as peer-reviewed journals. Double check with your professor, but that's generally the way law reviews work, and they won't actually say that they're peer-reviewed. Now, as we look at this article, one of the ways that you can tell that this is more scholarly is that we have our authors and also their qualifications. So our first author is an associate professor of law at Drexel University. That's pretty good. The second one is an associate professor of crime and justice studies at Dartmouth. This will give you the text. At the bottom are footnotes. This can act as a reference page or works cited if you're used to that, and tell you which court cases they are using as they back up their argument. We can click here on the right for the results list. Having looked at law reviews, we can also look at the cases and these cases are definitely scholarly material. Okay, so here we have the United States versus McDonald, 2020. We're going to click on the title of this case. Notice that this does have an APA citation. Please double check it before you put it in your paper. This is the United States District Court in the District of Nevada. This will give us a condensed version of what happened. So we have our core terms. You can look here to see who the lead attorney was for the plaintiff, who the judges were, the counsel for our defendant is also important, and the opinion, which is also written by the judge. So this opinion has the order, the background, the temporary release arguments. He's asking to be released due to COVID, the legal standard, the discussion, constitutional basis for this release, etc. Again, you can print, email, download, or save to other drives. Going back to our results list, This is a really brief version of using Nexis Uni. For more information, please watch our more advanced search videos, or please ask a librarian using our chat reference service.